Did you know that when you made the personal computer, though, that this would become a major industry? I mean, did you know like this?
No. It took about a year before we started to sense it. I had a partner named Steve Wozniak, who's a brilliant guy. We showed it to we just made it for ourselves. And we showed it to our friends, and they all wanted one. And so we were busy making these computers by hand for our friends, and it was taking all of our life. And so we decided we better manufacture 100 of these to get, so that we can not have to spend the rest of our lives making them for our friends. And that's how we got into this. We didn't think about starting a company. We were just doing it for ourselves, and then our friends, and then the circle got bigger and bigger and bigger. Now there's 25 million people.
So you were having fun?
Oh, yeah. We've always had fun doing this. The most important thing, though, I think, is that if you're going to start something new, you have to feel passionate about it, because it's really hard. It's so hard to start a company. You have to work so hard that if you're not passionate about it, you'll give up. Most of the difference between people that succeed and people that don't is the people that don't give up. They give up sooner than the people that succeed. You have to be passionate about it because it's so difficult. And sometimes people come to me and say, I want to start a company. And I say, why? They say, oh, I want to make lots of money. I say, forget it. That's not a good enough reason. You will not, most likely you will not succeed. Most people that have started companies because they want to make lots of money, I haven't seen very many of those succeed. The ones that succeed are people that come, sometimes they don't even want to start a company, they just have an idea that they want to get out, expressed out into the world. And oftentimes they have to start a company because nobody else will listen to them.
There are so many Japanese companies who are now trying to rejuvenate themselves, trying to instill a sense of sort of adventure spirit in their companies. And they would like to know how you do it.
We try to focus and do very few things well. And focusing's hard because focusing doesn't mean saying yes, it means saying no. So we decide not to do a lot of things so we can focus on a few handfuls of things and do them well. We've been focusing on the internet for the last 6-7 years, and that's been appropriate. But the internet is just one of the things we can do with a computer. And let me give you an example. The internet, I love the internet, but the internet has no emotion to it. To deliver emotion, you have to have higher bandwidth. And so most people don't have internet connections that are high enough bandwidth. Most content is not created for the internet to be emotional. And we see at Apple, one of the things we've always felt is that we want to stand at the intersection of technology and humanities. We want to bring the humanist element into these tools and not have them just serve our intellectual side, but have them serve some other sides of us as well.
Why do you think you need to put emotion into it now, though?
There's a lot of forces in life that tend to funnel us down into this institutionalized path, and where people sometimes forget that that they're very unique and that they have very unique feelings and perspectives. And again, it's, the whole computer industry wants to forget about the humanist side and just focus on the technology. A lot of our industry focuses just on more is better, more megahertz and megabytes and speeds and feeds, we call it. But we think there's a whole other side to the coin, which is, what do you do with these things? Can we do more than just spreadsheets and word processors? Can we help you express yourself in richer ways? In your music, in your movies, in your photography, and these kinds of things that people want to do. And yet our industry, the whole personal computer industry, hasn't really talked to that side of people before. We've just talked to the side of people that has to add up, numbers and write a letter. But there's so much more to it than that. And I think we're finally, with this digital lifestyle era opening, going to be addressing those other things that all of us do, some of every single day.